Greetings. This is the Queen Aziza Nubia, and we are here for another Natural Woman Boss Talk feature. I'm super excited to have you guys here with me, and I'm even more excited to share with you my special guest for the day, Miss Kira Iman, the CEO of Gypsy Hair Care. Now, did I say your last name right?
Yvonne is actually my middle name, and yes, you did say it correctly.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I'm super excited to have you here and just to share more about your business with our platform. So let's get started. Tell us a little bit about who you are and what it is you do.
Okay, well, firstly, Aziza, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with Ask Natural Woman magazine. I love your brand, what you're doing, and I love what you represent. Firstly, you truly are a queen, okay? So
Oh.
thank you for having me. And like Aziza said, I am Kira Iman. I'm owner and CEO of Gypsy Hair Care. We are a beauty supply brand and a store offering exclusive flat irons, blow dryers, lashes, hair care, skincare, and hair accessories. We're based out of Atlanta, Georgia, and we're also in across the East Coast right now. In our first year of business, we did make it into 5 Black-owned beauty supply stores and 1 hair salon. So you can check the full list on our website of our retail distributors. So I'm just excited to grow the brand. We've had a great first year, and our anniversary is coming up in February 22nd, which is right around the corner. And so this interview is so timely.
Awesome. Well, congratulations for the first year anniversary.
Thank you.
I know we'll be getting more into that because I know a lot of entrepreneurs who will watch this platform, they're either in their first years or wanting to start out. So I know you can give us a lot of details on what entrepreneurs can expect. But what inspired your business?
Well, what really inspired is I was before I started Gypsy, I was actually a hairstylist.
Okay.
So yeah, so while I was in cosmetology school and then styling hair after, I was what they called like a kitchen beautician. So I was doing hair from home, and I was also working with a few other my hairstylist friends, collaborating in their salons and whatnot. I was helping them decorate. Like I had a few different hats in the beauty industry. And so I quickly realized that it was more opportunities in the industry than just hairstyling alone. And so I realized that products were a huge part of the industry. As a stylist, you use products every day, including, flat irons and actual formulations. And so that really excited me when I realized that I could make money without actually attending each appointment, every styling service. So,
Mm.
because it's called upselling. So even while I was styling, I would always recommend products to my customers. And I was realizing, hey, if I had my own products, I could be keeping all this. So that
Okay.
is really what inspired the brand. And I'm no longer hairstyling. I'm doing Gypsy full time at the moment, but I'm just so happy that I had that start and I saw it firsthand in the salons. Being a kitchen beautician, all of that. It's nothing I haven't done in that industry. Okay, shampoo girl. Growing up, like it's a lot. So I do consider myself somewhat of an expert. I'm always a work in progress, but I've seen different facets of the beauty industry, and I'm in love with it.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. And I did not know that about you that you started off as a hairstylist. So that's
Yes,
super
yes. That was back
awesome.
in 2015 is when I graduated from hair school in 2015. I went to a black owned um beauty academy, which I'm very proud of, especially now that I'm a black owned business myself. So
Yes.
so I learned how to do sew-ins there. I mean, every time we had somebody come in, they would send the sew-ins to me. So that was really my specialty. And so yeah, that was a great time in my life. I made a lot of connections during that time as well. Yeah, and so those people, those connections that I made, they still support me to this day, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Because it was kind of hard to step out on faith and not style anymore. You know what I mean? So to
Um,
see it working is it's exciting.
awesome. Talking about speaking out, stepping out on faith. You're based out of Atlanta, Georgia, which is
Yes,
literally the black mecca of everything black and American here, as well as Atlanta being very, very big in the black hair care industry.
yes.
With some of those giants. And with this being your first year, you're almost completing your first year within the next few days. What were some of did you find it difficult just to get out on your own as a brand in Atlanta, or was it easy because you were in Atlanta?
I think it was both. As much as people don't want to admit it, the beauty industry can be kind of people are very loyal to their clique, their salon, their anything. So the point of entry can be kind of hard. So you have to almost create your own opportunities. Like for me, I had a few pop-up shops here, things of that nature, just because I wanted to create that buzz. Being that I was no longer still hairstyling, I had to create that opportunity for myself. But it was yeah, it can be a little bit clicky, but I love the people that I have around me. A lot of the business owner friends that I do have, a lot of them were supportive of me. A lot of them are female entrepreneurs themselves, both established and new entrepreneurs. So it's all about who you surround yourself with. But it worked. It worked. I'm trying to keep it positive. I'm not trying to get messy, but you know how it is in salons.
Yeah, it can
Yeah.
get somewhat catty, I can imagine.
Oh, they talk all day. Yes. Yes, they talk all day. So
That is super awesome. So tell us a little bit about just your expansion with Gypsy Hair Care. Where are some of the places we can find your products? Are because I know you have online,
yes.
but I also seen that you have them in this store, that
Yes.
store. Tell us a little bit about that expansion.
So the first store that we got into is Lips Beauty Supply Store. They're based out of Norfolk, Virginia. My hometown is Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Okay.
So a longtime friend of mine opened a beauty supply store that is it's in Military Circle Mall. And
Okay.
so she reached out to me and she was like, here, you need to get this in stores. And she basically gave me the whole play of how to do so, starting with her store. And her name is Tawana Golston. So huge shout out to you, Tawana. We call her T. So for once I realized how I could contact stores, how I could make that, my wholesale price list and everything, then it was only up from there. But I know that some people might not have that point of access already. Like that
Mm-hmm.
was just a blessing that I already had somebody who had a
Right.
store who gave me that chance.
Mm-hmm.
But following that, everybody else, I didn't know them from a can of paint. They just came on brand. They bought in the brand for themselves. So yeah, that experience was a blessing because I did not start Gypsy thinking that we would get into stores. I did not start with the whole wholesale plan and a wholesale program.. That's something that organically happened and that developed and that I'm going to continue to focus on, because it's been very profitable for me for that point.
I love it.
Yes.
Awesome. So you mentioned you have a whole list of products. Tell me something about the top products that you have.
Well, our premier flat iron is the Pink Lightning Titanium Flat Iron, and that
Okay.
retails for $80 right now. The price might go up. You know how everybody say their price is going up, but right now it's 80. And
Okay.
so that flat iron there has 5 temperature settings. It has a 1 1/4 inch titanium plate. Okay, and it's been a bestseller for me, and it's industry grade. And so I'd love to see professional stylists being customers and buying it and using it every day and getting their feedback. And let me tell you, finding the correct vendor, the right sizing, everything, like just customizing it was something that I had to learn. It was so many adjustments that I had to
Mhm.
make during this first year. And it's probably still going to be a few more tweaks going forward. But that is our that's our best seller for our flat irons. We also have a starless flat iron, and we have a mini flat iron, and those come in 3 different colors. So right now we have 3 different models. I'm looking to expand. The blow dryers will be restocking soon. We have lashes as well. So what I do for my wholesale program, we don't offer the whole brand. We only offer what I wanted to put in stores and what I could afford to buy in bulk and ship out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you say the wholesale list that is available for storefronts, it only includes the Pink Lightning. It includes our fashionista bonnets and our lashes. So those are the only items that are in stores right now. Everything else is exclusive to the website, www.gypsyhaircare.com.
Awesome. I love it. So 1 year anniversary, how does that feel to you?
The first year is the hardest, and they won't lie
Yes.
when they said that.
Yes.
It was a lot of prayer that had to go into it, a lot of research, and honestly, like I'm excited, but I'm also a little bit nervous because it's like you kind of feel like how can you outdo yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a little bit of pressure just because we had such a strong breakout first year, and I just want to keep the momentum going. And so, doing interviews like this and just getting keeping my passion for it is something that I'm really focusing on right now, and even expanding the brand with more products, more retail distributors. Like I'm just gonna keep it pushing. But yes, it's I'm very humble.
Awesome. You mentioned prayer. And one thing about the Natural Woman platform, we are big on manifesting our goals, manifesting
Yes.
our dreams. And the biggest thing is using our own talents and skills to make a way for ourselves and our families. Has that played a role in just your success so far? You actively manifesting where you are now?
Yes, ma'am. I had affirmations for my business before we started. I pinned it to the refrigerator and I said it every day. And I was just thinking, because this morning when I was making my coffee, I was thinking about how, you know what, maybe I should update my affirmations, because a lot of the goals that we set have come to pass, And so, yes, of course, prayer, but affirmations was huge when it comes to manifesting, because before you see it, you have to speak it and believe it. And I do love that about your brand as well, that you're bringing light to that,
Mhm.
because it does work, especially when you put the hustle and the work behind it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah,
and I always tell people that's the secret recipe. You just can't stop at manifesting or affirmations.
yes.
So that solidifies that yes, you can have whatever it is you desire, but the magic comes from the work that you put in.
There you go. That they say God helps those who help themselves.
Exactly.
So you got to do the work too. Faith without works is dead.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite verse. I love it. I love it. Okay. So tell us a little bit about where we can purchase your products, where we can learn more about you. I know you mentioned your website, but like give us the whole rundown as far as your social media and all that great stuff.
Okay, well, our Instagram is our at handle is Gypsy Hair Care LLC.
Okay.
We just reach, I think we're at like 1,200 followers, and I'm so proud and thankful for all of them. And I want to continue to grow our Instagram. Right now, I have a social media manager who did help me with a lot of content, so I want to shout out to her. She's actually out of Cincinnati too, and
Okay.
her business is called Jasmine Services. And so also in that process, so that's our social media is at Gypsy Hair Care LLC. We have the website www.gypsyhaircare.com. Our Facebook is facebook.com/Gypsy Hair Care LLC. We do have a business page that I think, we might have like 1,500 likes up there on the business page, which I'm proud of as well. And yeah, I think that's it. Right now we have a TikTok too, but honestly, I just use TikTok to make my commercials and post it on Insta. I'm not that engaged in TikTok. I don't really know how to do it, but that's something I'm gonna work on this year.
I love it. I'm learning TikTok. I just like Instagram so much. And then now that Instagram has reels, it's
There
like
you go.
I don't know.
Yes.
But definitely TikTok is a game changer, I'm hearing, for a lot of businesses. Okay, so I always like to end my interviews with give me your 3 tips of success that you can pass on to the next entrepreneur who wants to make it to their first year anniversary in the hair industry and not wanting to pull the hair out towards the end. What would be your advice to them based on your experience?
Based on my experience, the thing that I realized that before I started my business, and even while I'm still active in it, research. I'm constantly researching, because it's always, especially when it comes to numbers and which you could be doing better. So constantly research. That's a huge tip for me. Also, having a daily planner is helpful. I tend to be a little bit, I have so many things in my mind. I have to write it down and check it
Mm,
off once it's done. So staying organized in your daily tasks is a huge tip that works for me. And also networking, because people that genuinely support your brand, like nothing really sells brands as much as a happy customer,
mm.
or a business owner friends, just getting your name out there. So you definitely have to keep pushing that, because I see so many people just post and they don't necessarily network as much as I would, as
Yeah,
as you should. You see what I'm saying? You
yeah,
support others and they support you. That's just how it is, especially with Black owned businesses.
yeah.
So be the support system that you wish you had.
Exactly. I always
Yeah.
tell people your network is your net worth
There
because
you go. There you
a
go.
lot of
Yeah.
times people think they get into certain levels because of how much money they had, how many sales they made.
Yes.
9 times out of 10 is the people that they know that
Yes.
put them in those situations and put them in those rooms. So networking is super important. So I love your 3 tips. Research, have that daily planner,
Yes.
and that keeps yourself accountable too.
There you
Make
go.
sure that you get the action done. So I love that. And then the last thing you said was network. So I absolutely love those tips. Those are amazing tips. And I hope everybody that's watching this interview takes it home and understand that business is real, business can be successful, and as long as you have a clear goal, you got a plan, and you're willing to put in the work, you can make anything happen. So before we wrap up, Kira, where do you see your brand in the next 5 years?
My plan is to continue to grow into retailers. I would like to get into big box stores if
Okay.
possible, if it makes sense. And even I would like to even have like a flagship store. Maybe here in Atlanta, we could do like a Gypsy Beauty Supply. I could see myself doing a storefront,
Ooh.
once it makes sense. In the next 5 years, maybe that's more realistic, but that's definitely the goal because I'm realizing that even though we're online, for me, like I like in person things too. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing like going into a store. And so I'm realizing the importance of that too. So a lot of the moves that I'm making now is to put myself in a position so that I could do that. Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. And I definitely can see that. Just as they got the Sally beauty supply stores all across the country, I definitely can see Gypsy hair care supply store
Thank you.
in the
Thank you. Yes, let's manifest that.
yes. I definitely putting out the energy for that to happen for you. Well, thank you so much, Kira, for coming onto the platform and sharing your business.
My
I'm so
pleasure.
excited to share this interview so everybody can learn more about your products. Make sure that you guys go and support. I wish I could, but I have locks, so I cannot buy. Well, that's another question. Are there other products for women who, if you don't have locks, do you need straighten?
Yes, ma'am. We have our Elite Elixir, which is a hemp and tea tree oil, and all of my locticians love it because
I can
they say
use
it
that.
helps with dandruff and dry scalp. So that's the product that I promote for the natural women.
Okay, so as you guys can
And
see,
your hair is gorgeous too, by the way.
thank you, thank you, thank you. So as you guys can see, she got everything for a little bit of everybody, guys. So make sure you check out her website, go support. But until next time, you guys, thank you for tuning in and see you on the next Natural Boss Talk. Peace.
Thank you.